Hi, everyone. So as you can see, am alone. This is like the real me too. I have zero makeup and that's it. Yeah, I just got my eyebrows microbladed like a couple days ago. So let me change the mic. I think you can hear me better. Okay, so yeah, I just got my eyebrows microbladed a couple days ago, so I can't wear any makeup. In case you were ever wondering what I look like without makeup, which possibly you weren't. Anyways, I am alone tonight. Courtney is feeling a little under the weather today. So she unfortunately won't be able to join us, but she did want to say happy holidays to everyone and wish everyone a good new year because I know we're not going to be on, I don't think for the rest of the year. I have a video coming out next week just on 2020 goal planning. And I think that's kind of it. And then I think Courtney's going to try to take it easy for the holidays and relax, which we should all do anyway. Who's here? Is anyone here with me? I wonder if Lisa's here because I'm going to announce the winner. If no one's going to hang out with me, I'm going to announce the winner of the book, our book, if you voted. I forgot to turn off voting, but it was pretty much a landslide. Hey, Brian. So we had, hey, Margaret. Let me see if anyone's on YouTube. Whoops, let me turn off the volume so you don't have to double hear me. Lisa, you are here. Oh my God, there's two Lisas, Lisa Ashby and Lisa Vallejo. So I'm sure, I feel like Lisa Ashby knows this. The winner for next month's book was apple ciders. Like I can see it already. Like as soon as Lisa mentioned, she's like, I voted for apple ciders. Like I was like, it's gonna win. So that's the book we're reading. And there's two cats in here. And I can only assume that Lisa Ashby chose this because the two cats are going to be like those snarky cats that are hoping for their owner's demise, which I know she loves. So if the cats don't do that, it will be a huge disappointment because that's what I'm expecting from this book. Michelle, happy holidays. Hey, so who did Secret Santa? So Courtney was my Secret Santa. I will show you what she got me. It was really beautiful. So it's like a boss lady coffee mug and it has a cute little top on it. So it keeps everything warm. And it came with this little spoon, which would be useful. I actually don't use honey in my tea. I like it plain. I don't know why. And I like it really weak. So as soon as it like steeps, I take it out like immediately. But it's still really cute. And it has a little opening over here so it can like hold the tea inside of there. And she also, because she knows me so well, I love chocolate. She got me this really cute box of chocolate. So these are Oreo cookies inside of here. I know you can't see it because they're covered with chocolate. So they're each covered with like a different chocolate decoration, like pattern. So obviously Ben ate one of them. Unfortunately, I can't eat them because I can't have sugar, but all of my friends are super excited. So we're going to go axe throwing tonight. Just trying out something new just for fun and entertainment. So one, I hope I don't kill anybody with the axe throwing. I'm assuming it's like a controlled environment where that doesn't accidentally happen. And then, but yeah, I'm going to bring the chocolate and I think everybody is super excited and they're all going to love it. So it's this woman who in Australia who just takes basically Oreo cookies, dips them in chocolate and decorates them. So yeah, so I'm excited. So these both came from Amazon too, if you were wondering. I'm sure Courtney would be happy to share the link if anyone's interested in getting these. And if you guys were here, I would totally share chocolates with you. Rochelle, yum, those look good. And that coffee mug looks pretty. Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody live local to me? Where are you guys located? I forgot. I know I ask you guys this all the time. I do miss New York. I miss like the convenience of, I mean, I love the weather here, don't get me wrong, but I do miss the convenience of like being able to run out and in 2 seconds have anything I want versus here. It does take me a bit longer to like find stuff. So, yeah. And last night we had and I left it downstairs, but we had a Christmas party with my friends. And so we did that thing where you take the gifts, like everyone gives like a random gift, and then you open a gift, or you can steal somebody else's gift. So everybody wanted. So Lauren had bought, she's really good at gift giving. Like she should totally be in charge of all gift giving for people. But she got these really cute tarot cards, and there's something else special about them. I forget, but they were really cute. Everybody wanted the tarot cards. They got stolen twice. So then I guess the rule, I don't know who made this rule up, but you can only steal things twice. So by the time I got around, I wasn't able to steal them. But I got this really nice set of cards from Carissa, and she is Lauren's singing coach. And she had picked out these special cards from Nepal that help, I guess, children in Nepal if you buy them. And then what else did she give me? There was something else in there too. Oh, there was a lantern. It's like a pop-up lantern. I'm not really sure how to use that, but I will figure it out. Lisa Vallejo by South Pasadena, a city called Alhambra, California. Oh, so you're in California too. So you know that there's no snow out here. It's nice and warm. Lisa, I switched over to podcast. I lost the chat feature on YouTube. It's Lisa Ashby. That's so weird. You know what I can't do on YouTube for some reason? I can't put in the chat. You can't put URLs. It's really weird. It's like I guess they're worried that you're going to advertise something, which is odd because when you put comments on a video, you can totally put URLs. So I don't know why you can't put them in to the chat, but who knows the ways of YouTube. Did anybody else do Secret Santa, or what kind of holiday parties are you guys going to? I think we're done with holiday parties for this year. So that's not true. I just said that and I jinxed myself. So this Thursday, there's another holiday party. It's like at a bar. And then, I think we're done. I think we're done with the holiday parties. So Lisa, excited that apple cider's playing one. Yeah, I feel like I felt like you had predicted the last couple books too. I ordered it like immediately as soon as you said, like, I voted for apple cider slaying. I'm like, it's gonna win. I might as well just order it. So I ordered it to the house. But I did also order Sprinkled with Murder. I do want to read that too. It looked cute. Although someone said that it was good for like a first book in the series, like maybe it's too much foundation or it's not as interesting. That's what it kind of sounded like when it said it was good for the first in a series. So I guess maybe I just have to get through this book and then I can read the others. Lisa, I have predicted correctly. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think these are about the same. And these are the same with, I can't believe when you said that other book was only 72 pages. I was like, I don't even know how you could tell the story in 72 pages. But I mean, I read the first 2 chapters and it seemed really interesting, which is probably the length that we needed maybe for like a Christmas, like a December Christmas mystery, something shorter, because it did take a long time to read all 3. Ryan, nothing for me, no Secret Santa or Christmas parties. Ryan, you were saving so much money. You don't even know. Lisa, yeah, 72 pages is just not long enough for me. Yeah, it's really short. I don't know. Do you ever read short stories? Like I tried to get into there's a woman named Adele or Delia. I don't know what it is. But anyway, she writes these really cute short stories, like not really mysteries. Like I don't know how to set it up. It's more like a joke story, almost like the guy and the woman are both married to each other. This is like one of the short stories. And the man is just using her for her money and she's just using him for his good looks. And so they're drinking over tea and they both have poisoned each other. And so the joke is on him though, because she is immune to the poison, kind of like in that The Princess Bride or something. So anyways, it was like 5 pages and that was the story. So I feel like sometimes short stories are almost like literary fiction. Like you're just kind of supposed to guess what the story means on your own because there isn't enough story there for you to really figure it out. Oh, Lisa, I do not care for short stories at all. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big short story because I feel like I need to like get more into it. It's almost like even like movies. Like sometimes I always prefer TV shows over movies because I like to get more into like relationships and character building and like who they are. And, like, I don't know, there was this weird stat that I read that when people who are alone, because I've been single a lot, but that when you're lonely, your loneliness as a person is almost taken away from TV shows, because having those people in those TV shows is almost like having a friendship. Like, you can predict who they are and their personality, and watching them is almost, it kind of mimics actually socializing and hanging out with people. So I know everyone says TV is bad, but maybe it's good. Lisa, I like listening to podcasts, but not short stories and books. I agree. I want all the background and building of characters and towns. Yeah. Do you like listening to nonfiction podcasts? Because sometimes when I listen to podcasts, I feel like I'm being punished. Like, you know how when you're driving and you're like, there's no radio stations. I guess we're stuck listening to AM radio. That's kind of how I feel sometimes when I listen to podcasts, like I'm being punished. Yes, you do. All right. Are you listening to podcasts to learn something, like a crocheting podcast? Or I've tried to listen. I have like some podcasts that I like. I'll listen to my friend Kristen and her podcast, but just because we're friends. So I'm just trying to keep up on, what's going on in her life and what she's doing. But otherwise, like, I don't know. I haven't found any podcasts where I'm like, I really love. Plus, I don't have a commute because I work from home, so maybe that would make a difference too. Right. I like that apple cider slang's written by the same person that writes the Seaside Cafe mysteries. Brie Baker is a pen name for Julie Ann Lindsay. I found that out. Oh, that's odd. They're very similar. I wonder why she has two different pen names. Because she wrote, I feel like she wrote a bunch of things like romance, right? And like tons of other things, all under the name Julie Ann Lindsay, right? Yeah. Lisa, I like nonfiction. I listen to The Vanished and I like Family Secrets. All right. Well, I will check those out. Oh, Lisa, Vallejo. This Saturday, we're going to a Christmas party at a bowling alley. That sounds fun. Like, I like doing stuff. Like, I'm excited about going axe throwing tonight because it's like an activity, right? Like, I don't know why. Even when I was going out, I mean, I'm still single, but like when I was in my 20s, I never like sitting at a bar and drinking. I always like going out to clubs and dancing. And I don't know. I feel like I have to do something. I think maybe because I'm not like a big drinker too. So dancing is like an activity and it's fun. Rochelle, I took Monday off work, so it'll be a 5-day weekend. Nice. Oh, yeah, it's so weird, right? Like Christmas is on a Wednesday. So it's like, do you take the weekend before off and make it long, or the weekend after? So yeah, I was talking to another friend today and it was such a bummer. She said that her office closes down for the holidays, but it's unpaid, which would kind of be like, thanks for not paying me for the holidays. I mean, I don't know. I guess you want the time off, but I would think most people would want to get paid. So that was a bummer. Um, Lisa, I was a psychology and education major, so I like a lot of true crime also. I like true crime too, but I always feel like, so when I'm in the true crime section at the bookstore and someone says hi, it's kind of creepy, right? Like, like you like true crime too? Is that because you're a serial killer? I don't know. Maybe that's just me when I meet people in the true crime section at the bookstore. Yes. Yeah. So like I'm reading these books and probably the really creepy ones are the ones that I'm really interested in reading. Which is makes it even weirder. But oh, did you see there's a I forget what it's called. It's so good. There's a show on, I think it's Netflix. There's this two guys right back when the FBI started doing profiling of serial killers, and how the two of them with that girl from uh the sci-fi show. Oh yes, Mindhunters. That's what it is. Yeah, that is so good. I don't know. I find it fascinating. And then the whole time I'm like worried that they might be killed, but actually they're not going to be killed. They're in a controlled prison environment. But yeah, I find that fascinating. Like I feel like I missed my calling as like being an FBI profiler and like studying people or something. You've watched every episode. Yeah, we watched every episode too. So it was kind of one of those things where Ben and I both watched it. And I was like, I really like this and find this fascinating. And I was like, is he going to think I'm weird? And he's like, yeah, I really like it too. So we've been watching all the episodes. But I love that show. Yeah, it's so good. That and then I don't think there's anything else that kind of comes close to that watches serial killers. I tried watching, there was that show with Mandy Patinkin where they were trying to track serial. It was like a scripted TV show. And that was okay, but it wasn't as like fascinating as like listening to the interviews because I think I like true crime more than serial killer movies. I guess when it's fictionalized, it's just not as fun. I don't know. Not that a serial killer movie is supposed to be fun, or not as entertaining, I guess. Ryan, me too. I was a criminal justice criminology major in college, so I like true crime stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably the reason that all of us like reading about mysteries. Like it's like a good like why would you do that? Like I don't understand and you like want it to all make sense or something. Lisa. Oh wow, cool, Ryan. I agree, Lisa. Good point. Yeah, it's like the world just has to make sense. Like anytime somebody does something, like even in HR, when people are like, we should fire him, I'm like, why don't we just ask him why he did that? Like maybe there's a logical reason. I mean, sometimes there's not a logical reason, but like a lot of times, especially with sexual harassment cases, like no one's actually like been sexually assaulted, but like when people say dumb things, they literally every time when I ask them, they think they're being friendly and they're like, I was trying to compliment them and I was just trying to, you know, network more at work and be more personable. And so I feel like people all, even if it's wrong, have like justified things in their mind on why they do stuff. So Ryan, but I could find a job. So I decided, or I couldn't find a job. So I decided to write short stories and a mystery novel. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, I looked into, I think everyone's probably done this, like, looked into how to be an FBI agent. And it was really disheartening because in college, they were like, you can't be one right out of college. You have to be, I think, 25. For some reason, I thought you could just go from college right into the FBI, but they want you to be older. Um, and then by the time 25 rolls around, you're like busy doing stuff. I don't know. I was busy doing stuff and then I totally forgot, even though I kind of wanted to. Anyways, Lisa, Ryan, I read the first book in the Seaside Cafe Mystery series and loved the first book and plan to continue the series. Oh, can we talk about Nancy Drew? So I've been watching. Oh, Lisa was a snarky cat. Of course it was. So I will make a note not to watch that if it was a snarky cat. But Nancy Drew, can we just talk about how, like, I don't know, how does everyone else feel? I didn't realize it was going to be like who killed Rosie O'Grady, where the mystery takes the entire season. Like, I feel like I thought like it'd be like quicker, like the episodes, like Castle or Psych or something, where like they solve a mystery each episode versus like dragging it out for an entire season. So I don't know why. It was just odd because I really like character development and I like getting to know people. But I guess when it comes to mysteries, I want them to be solved like within the hour versus like taking the entire season to solve them. But I don't know if that's just me. Lisa, I haven't watched it. Yeah, I mean, it's different. Like, it's good. It's not bad where you're like, this is boring. I don't like the characters. But it was like one of those things where I was like, I don't understand. Why is this taking so long? Plus, I think because it's on the CW, I just remember Nancy Drew and her dad like being best friends and getting along and him being helpful. And on this one, they like hate each other. And they're like, there's a lot of animosity between the two of them. Lisa, I've read all the books in the Seaside Cafe series. It's one of my favorites. Lisa Vallejo, looking forward to reading Apple Cider Slang. This is my first cozy mystery. Oh my God, it's your first? Lisa, what have you been reading? You have to tell us what you read normally. I'll tell you what I'm baking. Hold on. I have already picked out recipes. So the recipes in the back of this book did not sound appealing to me at all. I will tell you what they are. There aren't a lot. There is Winnie's Slow Cookin' Slider, which I actually am not an apple cider person. So that's just to be fair. There's Hunk of Heaven Tater Salad. So it's basically potato salad with lots of apple cider vinegar. And then there is Hank's Mama's Dump Cake. Dump, Dump cake. So the dump cake only has 4 ingredients in it. hold on. I will tell you what they are. A can of cherry pie filling, a can of crushed pineapples, a box of white cake mix, and a stick of butter. So I don't know, like maybe it just didn't sound very good to me. So I will not be baking any of the recipes from this particular book. Lisa, I like apple cake. I've baked that before, Brian. Thank you. Okay, so I will be baking caramel apple mini cheesecakes with streusel topping. I don't know if you can see that. Sounded way better to me. I will also be baking. Yeah, I'll do a quick one. I probably won't talk like the last video. Gluten-free gooey apple. No, that's not right. Just kidding. Caramel apple cider cookies. And there's a little picture here. So the cookies have caramel, so they kind of ooze out. And then I'm also making apple crumb cake. Doesn't that sound way better? Because I want things that like I actually want to eat. So we'll see how they turn out because like I said, I can't eat sugar, but I can eat honey and maple syrup. So I will be making mine with sugar substitutes. Rochelle, I switched to Crowdcast. Excited to read Apple Cider Slang. Lisa, hi Rochelle. Gina, that sounds so good. Gina, how are you? Lisa, sounds delicious. The apple cider cookies sound delicious. Yeah, I don't even like cookies, but I'm so excited about like the caramel that's going to ooze out and how they're kind of like, I'm going to undercook them to be just totally disclosure. I always undercook cookies because I think they just taste better that way and they're softer. YouTube, Lisa Vallejo, romance. Okay. Well, that's okay. I love romance too. I think people who like romance really end up liking cozy mysteries. But I could be wrong. I think just people in general, it doesn't really matter. They're totally different genres. Stacy, yay. I was surprised by that. Yeah, I was surprised by that too with Nancy Drew. Yeah. I feel like almost like if instead of the CW, if the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel had bought that franchise, then I think we would have had like faster 1-hour episodes where a mystery solved. Nancy Drew and her dad love each other and they get along and everyone's kind of happy and friendly. I mean, they did reuse the names, right? Nancy, Bess, and all the friends. But it just wasn't the same. So, yeah. Anyways. So I don't know if anyone does this. So my eyeglass prescription is really old. I just don't want to pay. So if you go to, so you know how every year if you want new contacts, you have to go to the optometrist and you have to get an exam and pay for that. And it just seems like a big like money racketing thing. So there's this thing now on 1-800-contacts where you can like literally just look up, right, left, like take pictures of your own eyeballs, send it in to the website, and then that will count as your like optometry visit. I didn't do it this time because I literally ran out of contacts the last minute. So I walked over to across the street to Costco, but going forward in the future, I'm totally going to do 1-800-contacts. Lisa, I don't think I'll watch it. Nancy Drew. Yeah. I mean, I would wait and watch it until the entire season is done. And then you could binge watch it. And then you could figure out at the end who the murderer is or skip over it. Ryan, there's a book out that is a Hallmark cozy mystery. Yeah, they put a book out. I saw that. Out of Picture, A Shepherd's Sister's Mystery by Tracy Gardner. Did anybody read that? I meant to read. It was on my TBR list. Was it on my TBR list or did I just make that up? I don't know. I meant to read it and I just never got around to it. I don't know if anybody else read it. Oh, Ryan, it's good. Oh, good. Good to know. Yeah, I really like the fact that they're putting out new books. Like I like the Hallmark style and I like the Hallmark kind of like feeling, and I can't wait until the next season of The Good Witch. So I'm kind of sad. It's kind of weird that I guess that naturally you'd have to write Bailey off the show now that she's gone off to college. But it's going to be weird with just adults. And like, I felt like the kid part was like half of the show, but they did already write off her other 2 stepchildren. So maybe there will be more children that will miraculously show up somehow from somewhere else. Who knows? So what is everyone doing tonight? I know it's a Wednesday and like Christmas is a week away. Are you guys ready for Christmas? So we in our house, we're minimalists. I shouldn't say we're minimalists. I'm a minimalist. So I just kind of force everybody I know to be a minimalist. So I actually haven't given out Christmas presents or birthday presents in like years, except for this year for Secret Santa and the Christmas party. But otherwise, I'm like 100% like no presents. I know. I'll give you time to catch up. Lisa, I'm relaxing and reading tonight. I'm ready for Christmas. I finished shopping and wrapping. Good for you. Yeah, I went to the mall today to return. I bought a necklace from Kate Spade and I went to return it and it was chaos. It was only 11 a.m. and it was like super packed. And I had to drive like, you know how it is when you're just driving row by row by row and you're like, I'm getting further and further away from the entrance. So yeah, I had to park like way in the back at 11 a.m. Gina, I'm eating chocolate. That is an amazing Wednesday night plan, Gina. I love that plan. And I totally support it. And I can't wait until I can eat chocolate. Sugar free, of course. Also, does anyone want to see? I will show you. Hold on. Brian, just at home hanging out. So like I said, my eyebrows are fake because they've been tattooed on. I will show you a picture of what they look like before. Can I find one? I took a before and after picture last time I got them done. Here it is. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Share. There we go. So that's me without, so on the left before, I have like 0 eyebrows, like just naturally in life. So I do need microblading. So without them, it's like I have nothing, like I have to draw the whole thing in pretty much the whole time. So, and that's not even with me getting waxed. Like I didn't even have to wax my eyebrows because nothing really grows out. Plus they had these weird like corners that came up. So this way, like they're gone. So that's me in case you're ever thinking about doing microblading. And actually, I didn't even get microbladed this time. So this time I got powdered, which was less expensive and faster and less painful. Gina, you look so cute. Thanks. Yeah. So I just have like the hardest part for me is that you can't sweat. And I don't know if you guys noticed, like I've been doing pretty good. So I had like a goal for 2019 to work out every day. And I have pretty much worked out every single day. I missed one day because I was sick in January. But otherwise, I've gone to the gym every single day except for today or this week because I got microbladed on Monday. So starting Tuesday, I haven't been able to work out. So I can't work out again, I think, until Thursday. So yeah. Gina, does it hurt? So it doesn't hurt. Like, well, it doesn't. So what happens is they put numbing cream on your eyebrows and then they start doing stuff, right? So the numbing cream takes like 20 minutes to take effect. But the problem is that, so well, I shouldn't say the problem. So the thing is, once the numbing cream works, you can't feel anything. It just kind of feels like someone's tapping on your head, like not a big deal, right? And you're just laying down. And I pretty much just fell asleep while she was doing it. The problem is that the numbing cream doesn't last forever. It only lasts for like an hour and 15. And it takes them a long time to like do it, redo it. And like, I guess they have to keep reapplying the ink. And so after like an hour and 15 minutes, like you start to feel it more and not evenly. Some places hurt more or less than the other. And so she kept saying, like, how much more can you take? So I don't know. This time she just did it once and then she quit early. And she's like, I'll just fix it during your like touch up in 8 weeks. Versus New York, she took so long because I actually got microbladed there, not powdered. And that took probably 3.5 hours. And she did numb me twice. Like she just stopped. I was like, you can't do it anymore. I feel like I'm dying. And she had to renumb them and then start again. So yeah. Gina, my friend, wants to do it. Yeah, she should definitely do it. Like, it's honestly the greatest thing I've ever had done because one, I'm not good at drawing in eyebrows. And two, I'm not good at drawing in eyebrows. And two, it like does the whole shape for you. And so you don't even have to like bother with it if you don't want to. Ryan, I just get my steps in every day. No gym. Yeah, steps are good. I actually don't even track my steps anymore because it's so depressing. Because like in New York, I could do like 25,000 a day, just normal living, and like here it's like 1,200. So I like almost don't want to look at the steps because there aren't that many. Lisa, I work out 4 to 6 days a week. I have a gym in my garage. Oh, nice. We actually have a gym in our garage, but we have never used it. so, so in theory, we have the option if we so choose to work out in our garage. But I don't know why. For some reason, I need like people around me. Otherwise, I won't do stuff. Like I feel like I need that, even if it's not like direct. I need that implied peer pressure to like work out. Plus, I need course classes because I tend to get bored on my own. Ryan, today was 819,400. Oh, 9,441. I was like, wow, Ryan, you have walked like since midnight and just gone the whole time. That's good. Oh, wait, does anyone over on YouTube? No one's chatting on YouTube. Is everyone over on Crowdcast? Yeah, I don't even know. Hold on. I will tell you. Let me get out I'm not even wearing it. So who knows how many steps I got in today. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you can see it. I got 2,060. Oh, it's backwards. I got 2,068 steps in before I took this off. So not a lot. And probably all of those were only because I was at the back of the mall in the parking lot. Otherwise, I probably would have only had my regular 1,200 or 1,400 steps. Lisa, I have an elliptical, a bike, weights, and an exercise ball. I love it. I prefer to exercise alone. Yeah, some people are really great about that. Like some people have like they reconstructed their a room or their basement and they just love doing like their workouts by themselves. So yeah, that's awesome. Sometimes when I used to work out by myself, I would just I don't even know why. I'm just so lazy. Like I'll start working out by myself and then I'll be like, oh, it's 10 minutes. Let me take a water break. And then I'm like, oh, let me check my phone. And then I'm like, oh, look at I'm just going to do 5 minutes and watch 5 minutes of Smallville or whatever TV show I like. And then all of a sudden it's like 45 minutes and I just gave up. Ryan, I'm used to typing here. I'm on my phone, so I can't see what I'm typing sometimes. Yeah, it is harder using the app for Crowdcast. Totally. Gina, I lasered my legs. Best thing I ever did. Yeah, I love laser. So you're going to laugh at this. Because I'm Asian, I have zero hair on my body at all. Like my arms, my legs, nothing. I've never had to shave. So I do have like, I did my underarms. I had like a little bit of hair there and I did my bikini and like that was the best decision ever. That might be TMI, but yeah, I like am so happy that I got lasered because I feel like there's never any time where I'd want hair in those places. So yeah. Lisa, I prefer to work out first thing in the morning, so I start between 6 and 6:30. Yeah, I same thing here though. So we're on the same page there. I have to do a morning workout because one, I don't know why, like as the day goes on, somehow I just won't make it to the gym or like once I've done my hair and makeup for the day, I like don't want to take it off. I don't like have to sweat and then get ready again to do something, so it's way easier to do it in the morning. I want to get it over and done with. Yeah. You know, they say if you work out in the mornings, you're more likely to be more consistent anyway, because people who do afternoon or evening workouts, same thing, like life gets in the way, something happens, they get tired, or sometimes like I would want to go to the gym at 5:30. But because in my 9 to 5, I might have eaten lunch at noon. And then by the time I get to the gym at 6, I'm like starving. So like I can't even work out because all I'm thinking about is food. Probably a common problem if it's after work. It's torture, Lisa. Yeah, it totally is. So the whole time, like, and then you feel guilty. Like, you're like, I'm working out, but I'm thinking about food. This doesn't even seem right. So, yeah. So I like the morning workouts. Now, do you eat before you work out? I have to eat like literally the minute I wake up. Otherwise, I think it's the same thing. Like, I'm thinking about food because it's so early. I don't have to eat a lot, but just like something like I'll have like a little bag of carrots or a piece of toast or a rice cake or something. No, I do fasting cardio. Oh, that's a good idea. Just water. I tried that. I did that intermittent fasting. So that did teach me like I can work out. And like for some reason, I always like, if I don't have some food, I'm just going to pass out from the exertion, which isn't true. I fasted and I was totally fine. But yeah, I don't know why. I like to eat something so that I don't think about food later. But I think you burn more, they say you burn more fat versus like glycogen or whatever if you work out on an empty stomach. My breakfast is my reward. That's a good idea. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, so I'm going to start the reading schedule. I don't know if anyone looks at those, but it always makes me feel better. I like scheduling and planning everything, but I'm going to put together a reading schedule for this to be just January. I'm just going to assume no one's going to read for the rest of December. Like you're just going to hang out and have fun. And so we'll just say the reading schedule starts in January. So Lisa, yes, you do burn more fat if you do fasting cardio. Yeah. Is the date set for the January live stream? Yeah, so it's starting next year, like literally until just like November. It'll be the last Wednesday of every month, which is what it's supposed to be. So you shouldn't have to like guess what date it is. So it'll be that Wednesday, January 29th. Because I don't think we don't have any holidays at the end of the month until Thanksgiving again. And even then, Thanksgiving was like crazy this year because it was so early. Hold on, let me get a calendar. I got the what is it called? The Cultivate What Matters, their wall calendar, which is super huge. So let's see. I will tell you when Thanksgiving is this year in 2020. Thanksgiving is on Thursday, the 26th. So we'll probably do the same thing where we have like an early month where we'll do it on the 18th of November. And then in December, we'll do the same thing where we'll do it within the first 2 weeks. Yeah. And then we'll do a chit chat. So otherwise, the rest of the month, I don't think there are any holidays. Okay, great. Thank you, Lisa, for doing the chit chat, even though Courtney is under the weather. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad without Courtney, right? I used to do live streams by myself all the time. So having Courtney is a great bonus, but otherwise, yeah. I'm good by myself. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with me. And I hope everyone has a great holiday and New Year. And I will see you guys next Monday. I'll have another video on goals. Well, I think it's good because I made my friends do videos and talk about what their goals are for the next year. And then I have a new planner coming out for January 1, which is an annual planner. And I thought we could like do goal setting together. So I'll post that. I think I'm actually going to do that on January 1st. So I think there's just too much going on at the end of the year. And I'm kind of nerdy. I'm not going out on the 31st. So I'm just going to have a session on the 1st. If you're hungover, you probably won't show up. But otherwise, if you are, then I will be there. Good night. Merry Christmas. All right. Bye, everyone.